Hi there, Erica from Feel Your Core here. Thank you so much for joining us today. So today's video is going to be just a little bit different as far as a little bit more informational, educational, really explaining what are supersets, right? A little bit of gym lingo, we're going to get into it. The thing that you need to know most though about supersets is why. Why should I care? Why should I do it? Why should I add this? So a couple of whys is one is going to be the idea of supersets. We are going to work two muscle groups, so opposing muscle groups. So for example, we're going to work chest, and then immediately we're going to work back with no rest in between the chest exercise and the back exercise. Then we have a rest interval for about 0 to 60 seconds, and then we do it again, okay? So if you're looking for the protocol, I have lots of information in the description below. Go check that out. I am National Academy of Sports Medicine trained, so I work with the OPT model. So this is more of a phase 2 strength endurance phase. And so again, we're thinking maybe 2 to 4 set range, maybe 8 to 12 rep range. Again, that smaller window of your rest interval, 0 to 60 seconds. And again, that's between the superset, between the two exercises of the opposing muscle group. Again, more information below in the description, but let's get into it. Let's go. Okay, so supersets. So the exercises today are going to be very simple. You can see here, I'm going to be working with my fuse ladder. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to keep everything very close together. So if you're in the gym, you want to kind of just find that cable machine, you know, that allows you to go up and down maybe. You can totally do these exercises, the exercises I'm going to show you today, with dumbbells. You can absolutely do them with bands. You can already see I have some of my bands already set up, right? And again, the idea there is we are trying to save time and increase intensity, right? So working those opposing muscle groups without a lot of rest. We're raising the heart rate. We're increasing caloric burn, all right? And then what we're also doing is we are making sure that we don't have to go running around and searching for things, right? It's all right here. We can go exercise to exercise. So speaking of, let's get into it. Chest press. Nothing earth-shattering, nothing life-changing there. It's one we all know. Again, keeping it simple because today's more about the why and the what are the supersets. So I'm going to go ahead and use my spring loaded here. And I'm going to just get a nice position where I can start to feel the muscles of my chest be in that place where there's some intensity starting to build, but they're still on stretch here, okay? I'm going to inhale to prepare. I'm going to exhale and reach, lengthen my arms forward. Inhale, bringing it back. Exhale, draw abs in and reach. Okay, so a couple things here. Mindful movement, that's another benefit. All right, so we're trying to save time, up intensity, so we need to think mind, body. All right, so I'm thinking about my breathing. Exhale to extend, inhale to bring it back. I'm working with my opposition, crown of head long, energy opposing into the ground from my feet. And I have a nice tempo that allows me maybe out to 3, 4 and in 2, 3, 4. Anything that is nice and like together, right? You can even go 1, 2 and 1, 2. Okay, so there's the chest press. So immediately I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to go into my back row, right? So I'm going to set myself up. You know, this is one of my faves. My elbows are pointing down. I'm going to think about wrapping my little wings around as I back row. Okay, you hear that nice exhale. So again, inhale, prepare, exhale, and row. We're thinking about a bow and arrow, right? That kind of feeling. I'm thinking about my elbows dragging across the floor, right? So that my shoulders aren't up by my ears. My upper traps are relaxed, and the other musculature from my back is able to work. Again, I'm thinking about the oppositional forces, energy going up through the crown of the head, opposition down, grounding through my feet. Inhaling, exhaling, drawing abs in. Remember, every exercise is an ab exercise. And we'll finish here. Last one, and release, okay? So there's your chest press and back row. That's your first superset. From here, you would just set your little timer for anywhere from 0 to 60 seconds. That's your rest interval, and then you repeat it again anywhere from 2 to 4 sets. All right, let's get into the next exercise. See you there. And I'm back with my second set of exercises. So that's going to be bicep curls and tricep extensions. Again, front of the muscle, bicep curl, back of the muscle, the tricep extension. This is also this idea of reciprocal inhibition, okay? While we work one side of the muscle, the opposing muscle is getting lengthened, all right? And then right vice versa when we switch to the other exercise. What this means is you are getting balanced muscle development. That is huge. Thing we see a lot in when, training folks and being in the gym, amazing front view, back view. Well, at least we're here, right? Yes, at least we're here. But when we know better, we do better, right? So balanced muscle development. That's our next thing that we're thinking about of why. Why supersets? Balanced muscle development. So let's get into it. As you can see, I already have my cable situation set up for my bicep curls. I'm going to use a band for my tricep extension, so I have minimal rest when I switch. So here we go. I'm going to stand nice and tall again. I start with that nice lengthened bicep and sort of a contract tricep. It is lengthened in its contraction because the contraction of the tricep lengthens the elbow. So from here, I'm going to inhale to prepare. I'm going to exhale and bicep curl. All right, so you know my rules. I'm going to pretend that I am standing up against a wall, right? So I'm nice and lined up. My elbows stay in right by my rib cage. And then I am making sure that I'm not doing wrist curls. I am doing bicep curls, right? So none of this action, okay? So now I have these fantastic handles that actually have a swivel mechanism on them. So that actually is super helpful that the handle swivels as I curl. And so there's less, there's less friction for me to have to kind of get around as I do my bicep curls. If you want more information about the handles, check out the description. All right, let's do 3 more. Inhale, prepare, exhale to lift. And last 2, feeling that opposition. And last one, I'm going to give one final little squeeze here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Thinking about my biceps. Thinking about that mind-muscle contraction. Remember, where the mind goes, the energy goes. Lengthening nice and controlled. And I'm going to just go ahead and set these down. And I'm going to go right into my tricep extension. So here we are. I've got my trusty little band set up overhead. And my first position is going to get into this place where my elbows are going to be parallel with my shoulders. All right. And from here, I like to think about a little bit of external rotation in that upper arm bone so that my elbows aren't super wide, causing internal rotation at my shoulder joint. I'm trying to hold an imaginary ball. If you've been with me long enough, you know you hate the ball. Okay, that's okay, but it works. So elbows are reaching forward. I have energy going out my elbows. And then I'm thinking about pulling my tricep from my elbow all the way up into my armpit. So another benefit, right, is the mind-muscle connection, right? We're saving time. We're more intense. So we got to be in the muscle. We got to be in the contraction. We got to feel each one. Exercise, I always say this to people, it's as hard or as easy as you choose to make it. All right. So we're going to reach. I'm still reaching forward. Even as I bend my elbows, I'm thinking about energy coming out through the elbows, still going forward. Woo! And I can feel my little helper stabilizing shoulder muscles in this one. Let's go one more. And exhale, reach, control as we come back to the start. So second superset was bicep curls and tricep extension. Balance. Let's meet on the next one. Okay, so wrapping all of this up, supersets. Why? So many reasons. You're going to get that increased caloric burn because your heart rate is going to stay elevated because you're not having a lot of rest in between your sets. Okay, we're choosing, right? This is more strength endurance. So we're choosing a higher weight that we can get to that rep range is 8 to 12. We want to be able to finish whatever we choose, but it should be pretty stinking hard with good form to finish that last rep. Okay, that is going to drive your heart rate up. Strength training is so good for us. All right, we're talking about improving your longevity, improving your vitality. So we want to strength train, right? We want to pick up heavy things and we want to put them down with good form and control. What else? Let's see, mental focus. I talked about mental focus because we want to have that mind-body connection. Where the mind goes, the energy goes. The mind is on the body part that we're working. We're thinking about that nice tempo. We're thinking about that good form. We're thinking about our breathing. Abdominals are muscles of expiration. So every time we breathe is an ab exercise. So we are working the core with all of our exercises. The list literally goes on and on and on, all right? So if you have heard of supersets but weren't quite sure, or why should I do that? Isn't that just for gym bros? No, it is not. It is for anyone trying to feel better, be better, and just go into their workout and achieve their goals thinking, I want to do better. I want to feel better. We are always here for you at Feel Your Core to help you do that. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. It's a little bit more, like I said, a little bit different, a little bit more educational and informative, but that's important too, right? Putting on the coaching hat today, a little bit more coaching, a little less seeing me sweat. But we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Oh, if you liked it, please like our video. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us reach more people. And then as always, please share with a friend. Fitness is always more fun with your friends. We'll see you next time. Thank you.